follow your dreams. Yeah, wanna get a mansion?
What's up and good day to Mashans? I am Chelsea Nicole Zamora from the College of Information and Computing Sciences Information Systems Department. I'm here with you tonight to talk about the topic that I chose, which is the topic of the crisis of the public transportation here in the Philippines. So I personally chose this topic as I have experienced more than enough from the crisis that we are facing from the transportation here in our country. So I have here 5 questions to make you more relate to the topic that I chose. So let's go. So the first question that I will encounter or you will encounter as well is what is the issue and why is it personal to me? So the issue that I chose is the crisis of the public transportation here in the Philippines. So it matters to me personally as this is especially in Metro Manila. This is more of the experiences that I experience every day as I go to school because I personally use the public transportation going to the campus and going home here in Quezon City. So in Metro Manila, the traffic is very present. The traffic congestion, the unreliable public transport, of course, the lack of infrastructures that affects millions of Filipino citizens here in the Philippines. Not only this because the transportation affects not only the transportation or where we go to, but it affects also our daily lives because we waste so much time in spending in the traffic. Well, instead, the time that we get there is we should have rest or more like spend those times with our families. So it matters to me personally because we waste so much time due to the traffic congestions through the time that we spend, we waste some time there. So I think it personally matters to me in that way. Second question is, as a young Filipino, how do you see your role in helping solve this issue? Well, as a Filipino citizen and of course a student in this generation, I can say that I can help by using my voice to raise awareness about this issue by also supporting the sustainable transport initiatives or the ideas that we can voice out to the people who can really make a change, to name specifically our government, because when we address the things that we see or the issues that we see and observe and experience, they will listen and they will create the initiative, they will create the ideas to generate and reform the issues such as public transportation to also make benefit not only for them but also us Filipino citizens, and of course for me as a student personally, because as I've mentioned earlier, I really use the public transportation to go to campus and of course to go back home. For our third question is, which Catholic social teaching or Philippine Development Plan or the PDP best connects to this issue and why? Personally, I think it connects with the Catholic school teaching on the common good as transportation is known to serve everyone because it is a public utility vehicle. So not only the people who can afford the cars, the private vehicles rather, but also the people who highly rely or depend on these public vehicles because not everyone can really afford those private cars. And of course, our society is just known to ensure the access for the mobility for all because not everyone can go to one place to another but just walking or just by having a jog or anything or like the private car. So I think this best suits because in our society, almost everyone relies on the public transportation. Fourth on the list is that reflecting on Mark Wilson Chua's legacy, what small but meaningful action can you take online or in your community to be part of the solution? I personally, from the legacy of Chua, what I've got is to speak for what is right and what is just. Because as a young Filipino citizen and of course as a student, we can make a change by voicing out our thoughts and voicing out how we feel about a certain issue. Because in this, not only we can share the information, but we can also inspire the people to also we can inspire and encourage rather the people to speak up for other issues, not only focusing on the transportation, but more issues that can also be resolved to make the benefit for all the Filipino citizens. So that is what I think I've got from the legacy of Chua, is that to speak for what is right and what is just. And of course, last on the list is what good citizenship values from the preamble of the 1987 Constitution should guide your response to this issue. Well, me, personally, is the common good, the patriotism, and of course, our social justice. In solving the transport crisis, it is not easy. I admit that it is not easy, as we have many private cars, many PUVs, but with the traffic congestion and everything isn't really easy to do. So I think um, this is personally not just based from what the government can do. This is a shared responsibility by the Filipino citizens and the Filipino government. Because for me, as a citizen, we must act with discipline, respect for public order, and of course, we should have the concern and humanity for the welfare of others. So I think this is, again, as I said earlier, this is a shared responsibility, and we should act as one to accommodate everyone for the benefit of our all. That will be all, and thank you.